And we're almost done here, guys.
Yep.
We have so much more leaks, just even more assets.
Yeah. Even the little ones have a lot of work.
Looks absolutely beautiful.
You know, my job is very easy at this point because our concept team is so amazing. And
Guys, we are an hour and 20 minutes into this, and we're still leaking things. This is ridiculous. I love how plant-like yet uniquely crystallic, or crystallic isn't a word, but crystallic? I don't know. I like how there's unique crystal elements down here at the bottom, but it's clearly a reference to a plant on the top. These are really cool looking.
Everything that is in Crystal Shores technically exists in other regions. So players will be able to figure out what assets they were based off of. Obviously, they're completely unique assets that we have to go through. But yeah, we've taken reference from everything. Now, here's one of the exciting things that might not mean a lot for people because it's a very technical update that we've got to work on. But there are certain things that have happened over the course of the CGI industry evolving and the film industry evolving that have meant that the color space used is much wider now. Like monitors have high dynamic range. Digital film has more color than traditional film. And in order to tap into that, we want to be the first game that swaps to a full ACES CG color workflow. Basically, what this means is we have a game that's stylized and very vibrant, and technology for screens is evolving very fast, where HDR monitors are kind of going to be the norm moving forward. If you're a PC gamer, you're going to want a game that they're not overly expensive and everyone can kind of have access to those, at least if not now, definitely in the short term. That'll be a big improvement that people upgrade, is just getting HDR monitors. And typically games are done in sRGB color space, which has just less that it's a technical thing to explain, so I'll try and dumb it down. But basically we go from, let's just say you have 255 colors in sRGB. This is an incorrect way to summarize it, but let's just say now you have 400 colors to choose from. It just increases the gamut, and we have to swap and calibrate all of the textures to an ACES workflow. And if you look through some of these leaks that I'm posting, you can see that you're sharing, you can see the before and after of some of the results of that. And it's subtle, but it means on an HDR monitor, the characters' contrast and saturation will be more natural. It basically, from an art direction and look dev point of view, gives us more information in the textures to tap into, so that when we do color corrections and look dev and stylization in the levels with lighting, so this is a pre ACES, this is what we have now basically, right? That's what the textures look like in the viewport. And then if you swap, I believe there's one after
I'm sorry, dude. I thought they were, oh boy, I botched that. I thought they were duplicates. I thought they were duplicates. You were trying to show the improvements of one over the other, and I removed it because I thought they were duplicates. I'm so sorry.
No stress. It's something subtle, but this is basically all it means is that when the final game comes out, we don't need to oversaturate the game. It's not going to be blinding for the player because things won't be clipping. One of the problems is when you go stylized is everything needs to be fully saturated. So if red is like bright red to the eye, you're just getting these fucking red photons bashing you in the face for hours and hours a day. It's a bit extreme and harsh. We want to just tone that back a bit and give ourselves some control to look dev things more accurately. It's a massive, massive visual change for someone who's experienced with color calibration. But to the average player, if you just swapped between the two, they might be like, what's the big deal? But it's such a new workflow in film even that, we want to take some of the stuff we've learned in film and apply it visually to the game.
You're future-proofing Illuvium in even more ways, also in terms of the coloring. That makes sense.